Hey everyone, it is that time, it is I, and today I've got an independent film you can see on YouTube right now. It's called Crisis Function. Now it gives us the story of a quiet woman who's stalked, and then suddenly she has some violent confrontations with various people as she's being stalked, and all the while looking into the death of her friend. This is brought to us by Nathan Masters, who wrote and directed this, and stars one of my favorite indie actors, Anita Nicole Brown. Now, what I will say right off the bat, though, is this is an independent project, and in fact, I think they shot this in between scenes shooting another film, okay? So, the production value on this film does get a little bit rough in spots, especially the opening. It does smooth out a little bit, but I will say that the production value of this film definitely has more of that low-budget indie feel to it, so that may take some people away from it, okay? But I do like the character played by Anita Nicole Brown, Andrea Knight. I enjoyed her character quite a bit. In fact, it's interesting because her character actually has diabetes, and normally we don't have heroes that have major flaws. Let's face it. I mean, they might be, our anti-heroes might be a little crazy or whatnot, but we don't often have heroes that have something like this, a condition that they have to maintain, and it can affect their life as much as someone holding a gun to their head. So I enjoyed that part of it, and I also enjoyed the fights in here. There are a number of action sequences in here that are handled really well. You can tell they put some thought into it and choreographed them out, and the way they edit them, they move along nicely and don't feel amateurish at all. I did enjoy the action scenes in this film, but the way the story played out was a bit choppy for me, I will admit. The way the plot came out was a little hard to tell exactly what was going on, and maybe that's what the director was going for, a little more surreal feel to it, but it was just a little bit hard to follow in spots. And again, maybe it was because this was more of kind of an improv type project, shot in between or behind the scenes while they were making another film. I'm not sure, but the approach was rough, and the plot and the story that played out was a little bit tough to follow in that. But I did like the performances, not only of Anita Nicole Brown, but you also have in here Shavar D. Clark. Loved his character in here, as well as Shannon Lee. There's some great characters in here. Loved all of these characters they came up with. I think with a little more work on the script, and maybe a little more fleshed out script and a little more time maybe with it, we would have got a bit more entertaining of a film for me. So check it out if you can, Crisis Function. Let them know how you feel about it. Give some constructive thoughts. For me, I did enjoy the performances and the characters they came up with, and some of the shots they had in here are really good, but you could tell that this was more of a micro-budget project, and it did have that feel to it, and the plot that played out was a little tough to follow. So check it out. If you have seen Crisis Function, leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts on it. I'll leave the link in the body of this on where you can see it. And remember, till next time, folks, keep that ticket stub.